अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखानितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। इसको एक सेकंड वो करेंगे क्या प्रभु पॉज। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sorry for the delay. What has happened is my laptop has gone on restart mode. So it is probably taking some updates. I'll take 20 seconds to start. Yeah. What is the verse? 1.84. Correct. Okay, please repeat after me. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto 8, chapter 14th verse. Antasthata sarva bhutanam atma-yogeshwaro hari swa mayaya avrinod garbham vairatya kuru tantave antastata sarvabhutanam atma yogeshwaro hari Swamayaya vrinodgarbham Vairatya kurutantave Anantasta sarvabhutanam Atma yogeshwaro hari Swamayaya vrinodgarbham Vairatya kurutantave अन्तस्ततः सर्वभूतानां
अन्तस्तथा सर्वभूतानां
आत्मा योगेश्वरो हरि
आत्मा योगेश्वरो हरि
स्वमायया वृणोद्गर्भम्
स्वमायावृणो गर्भं
वैरात्य कुरुतन्तवे
वैरात्यः कुरु तन्तवे
Synonyms. Antastata, being within. Sarva, all. Bhutanam, of all living entities. Atma, soul. Yogeshwara, the Lord of all mysticism. Hari, the Supreme Lord. Swamayaya, by the personal energy. Avranot, covered. Garbham, embryo. Vairatyah, of Uttara. Kuru Tantave, the progeny of Maharaj Kuru. Translation. The Lord of Supreme Mysticism, Sri Krishna, resides within everyone's heart as Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. Purport. The Lord of Supreme Mysticism can simultaneously reside within everyone's heart or even within the atoms by his Paramatma feature, his plenary portion. Therefore, from within the body of Uttara, he covered the embryo to save Maharaj Parikshit and protect the progeny of Maharaj Kuru, of whom King Pandu was also a descendant. Both the sons of Dhritarashtra and those of Pandu belong to the same dynasty of Maharaj Kuru. Therefore, both of them were generally known as Kurus. But when there was differences between the two families, the sons of Dhritarashtra were known as Kurus, whereas the sons of Pandus are also known as Pandavas. Since the sons and the grandsons of Dhritarashtra were all killed in the battle of Kurukshetra, the last son of the dynasty is designated as the son of Kurus. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from 1st canto, 8th chapter and 14th verse. And what we are trying to cover here is how I have planned this class. I would like to tell you a little bit before, and then maybe I'll be going into discussion mode. So before that, it is important that we discuss these verses. And again, it is very important that we understand why we are reading these verses. So the last class was spoken by Shikhar Prabhu, and he very eloquently mentioned about the protection force of the Lord and why did Lord protect his devotees. So this is something which is going to be continued here. We will be discussing about the protection, why Lord protects his devotees, how the protection which is given by the Lord is like the love that Lord is expressing towards his dear devotees. So we will be discussing about that. So initially we will be discussing how Krishna is first of all saying that why does he protect his devotees, that is from Bhagavad Gita. We will be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam again, from the 10th canto, how Gajendra was saved. We'll also hear from the pastimes of Vrindavan, wherein Krishna engulfs all the fire of Vrindavan. And then we will be reading about Kal Krishna Prabhu, Kal Krishna Das, who uh, get who got who was associating with the Bhattaharis in Kerala, and then how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved him from Bhattaharis. And then we will be reading about how these activities can be related to the book distribution activities that we are doing, and how book distribution is also a way Lord is protecting his devotees. So this is going to be the contents of this session that we will be having now, and we will go one by one. So I beg at your lotus feet, and also we will be having a lot of pastimes which are related to book distribution. So this is what we'll be discussing in today's session, and I hope you'll like it. So, yeah. Okay, so when we talk about Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is mentioning, Krishna personally maintains his devotees. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.22, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, Ye Jana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yoga Shemam Vyamyaham. What does the translation says? Those who worship Krishna with exclusive devotion, Krishna personally provides for them and protects what they have. What does it mean? That Krishna is getting attracted by the exclusive devotion that a devotee shows towards Krishna. That means just like a wife gets married with husband, so the love that the wife has for husband is exclusive. So if the wife has love for someone else who is not husband, then the wife is not considered to be a chaste wife. Now, love for Krishna means what? We have read in we have read in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that what is the Swarup of a Jiva? Jiver Swarup hai Krishna Nityodas. So, Jiver Swarup is what? The Swarup of a Jiva is to be the servant, subservient of Krishna. So, Das means what? That someone is Swami. Swami means what? Someone who takes your responsibility, whom you belong to. So, who is your Swami? Who is your Nath? Krishna is your Nath. Similarly, when Krishna is saying exclusive devotion, that means the devotee can have love for Krishna and can have it exclusively for Krishna. There should not be any deviation, there should not be any other affection that this devotee should have. And what does Krishna do when we express exclusive love towards him? He personally provides for them and protects them what they have. Personally provides them means what? See, there can be a question that Krishna provides what? So Krishna provides whatever a devotee requires. Now there can be a different definition to it. We can say, oh, I require this, oh, I require that. But that is not requirement. We have to understand that the requirement, the need, and the desire, these are three different things. Need is what? There is something without which things cannot work. That is need. Requirement is what? It is a little above need. Whatever is needed is fulfilled, but a little bit more can be helpful. So that is requirement. And what is desire? Something which is even beyond that. You have what is necessary, and then you still ask for something which is further needed more. Now, when we see towards desire, it can be considered on the material platform as satisfying for the satisfaction of one's senses. But on the spiritual platform, desire means what? On the spiritual platform, desire means that all the actions which we desire for should be for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Guru and Gauranga. Correct? Because if the desires are transformed in such a way that it becomes something which can be for the fulfillment of the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for the mission of the devotees, then that is the purifications of one's consciousness. Clear right now? You understood this? So similarly, when Krishna is saying that he provides for every living entity, then what does it mean? Does he provide for your needs? Does he provides for your requirements? Or does he provides for your desires? Now this is a big question. So here Krishna is going to certainly provide you for your needs. Krishna is certainly provide for your requirements, and Krishna is certainly going to provide you for your desires, provided the desires are aligned with Krishna consciousness. How do we understand this? So we might want a lot of things. We might want a lot of things. But then Krishna is going to give you what? Krishna is going to give you only that is good for you, that which you deserve. Now the terminology has changed a little bit. Nowadays, when we see certain things, we feel, oh, I deserve this. But actually, you not deserve this. You want this. So the parameter that you deserve what has to be defined not by you, but by Krishna or your authority. That is what we need to understand. So this is first example wherein Krishna is saying that he personally maintains his devotees. What else? So again, my devotee never perishes. Krishna is saying this. Konteya pratijanehi name bhakti pranashyati. Krishna guarantees that his devotees will never get destroyed. So when he is saying his devotees will never get destroyed, what does it mean? The body of the devotee is not going to get destroyed. No, the body of the devotee is certainly going to get destroyed. What is not going to get destroyed? That is what we have to understand. What is that which is not going to get destroyed? The soul. When Prabhupada named this society as International Society for Krishna Consciousness, this is the name of ISKCON, right? International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He could have given any name. Instead of consciousness, he could have said anything else. What else he could have used? Emotions, feelings. But why did he use the word consciousness? How to break this word consciousness and understand this is what we'll be doing. What is consciousness? Consciousness is actually related to the samskaras. For example, we have been discussing in multiple previous sessions that what are samskaras? Samskaras are the way people or a living entity or an individual is aligned to do certain services. For example, certain people like to do singing, certain people like to do cooking, certain people like to do some other service like deity worship. Why? Because these are the samskaras which the devotee is carrying. Correct? So these samskaras are what? These are certain things which we are carrying from life after life. And from some of them we are getting rid of. For example, some people are getting so much attracted to hear songs. Probably they were Gandharvas in their previous lives. From their childhood only, when they come in Krishna consciousness, within few weeks you see them singing so well. Why? There is certainly some samskaras from coming from their previous lives. Similar to that, consciousness is what? When these samskaras are transformed only towards positive sanskaras, only towards Krishna conscious samskaras, that is the consciousness the soul carries from one lifetime to another lifetime. And that is why Prabhupada named the society as International Society for Krishna Consciousness, because it is the consciousness which devotee is carrying from one lifetime to another lifetime. Does it make sense? Similarly, when you talk about this, let us also understand then Krishna in again our famous verse 18.66, Saradharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshishyami Mashucha. So now here Vraja. So you must be thinking that Krishna is not in pain. Krishna is in pain. He is also in separation. Correct? And that is why you see in this such an important verse wherein Krishna is saying that surrender unto me, I'll protect you, and he reassures Mashucha that you don't worry, I'll certainly protect you. What does this mean? He's not he's not just simply saying it. He's saying, don't worry, which means what? He's certainly going to protect you. Mashucha. And at the same time, Krishna himself, the reason why he is saying Vraja is because he is still remembering about the Vraj. Well, that is a different direction. I don't want to take this discussion in that direction. But then these are the three verses wherein we can see Krishna is saying that he is going to protect and take care of his devotees, just like he took care of Parikshit Maharaj while he was in the womb of Uttara. So now, when we talk about this, it is again important that we talk about Gajendra. So who was Gajendra? Gajendra was King Indradumna in the previous life. This is not that Indradumna of Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is another Indradumna, King Indradumna. And then King Indradumna was serving the Lord. And suddenly one Rishi came. I think it was Agastya. And then when that Rishi came, and while he was so much absorbed in the service of the Lord, King Indradumna forgot, or not just forgot, but did not consider to see the person who has just arrived. And because he was not for a moment, for a moment, for love, he love matra, we say love matra sadhu sangha. Similarly, for a fraction of second, he did not consider the Vaishnava that he should be welcomed and service and given service to. So what did Indradumna did? Immediately, when he realized that probably this is wrong, he invited him and asked him to sit. But then Rishi was so agitated, he cursed him that you do not have intelligence of a human being, you have intelligence of a elephant. So I curse you that you become elephant in your next life. And that is how Gajendra became an elephant. Generally, elephant is considered as a dumb animal, which is why, this curse was given to him. And at the same time, elephant is also the king of the forest. So now, when Gajendra was there, his life was going good. He had multiple wives and then multiple children from those wives. And he was enjoying with his wives in one pond. And one time, one crocodile came and he caught Gajendra. And when he caught Gajendra the crocodile, initially Gajendra thought that, oh, it's just a crocodile. So probably he is playing with me. But that did not happen. Gajendra caught him and was not letting him go. Sorry, the crocodile caught him and was not letting Gajendra go. And this continued for few days. While it continues for few days, there is something which Gajendra noticed. And what did he notice? He saw, first of all his grandsons, they went away. Grandchildren's, they went away. Then he saw that his children's went away. Then he saw that his wives also started going. And there was a point wherein Gajendra had no one around him. So, still, when there were some other of his family mates, he was in the thinking, oh my God, maybe he can help me, or maybe they can help me. But later, everyone went away, and they realized that it is not possible for them to help Gajendra, and therefore they left. Very good, they left. And Gajendra was all alone, fighting. And then he remembered some prayers which he used to offer to the lordships in his past life, and he started offering those prayers. And while he is offering these prayers, all the demigods are getting ready that, hey, Gajendra, you take my name, I'll come and I'll save you. But no one came because the name was not taken. Here, just see the protection of Lord. What did Lord do? Lord asked Garuda to come. And while Lord asked Garuda to come, Lakshmi Devi said, why are you going? Did he take your name? And then Lord says, he has not taken the name, which means that he is calling me. And that is when Lord asks Garuda, takes his Sankha Chakra Dwaja, and he immediately comes down to save Gajendra. And while he is coming down to save Gajendra, that is the same moment Gajendra says a prayer. And he immediately calls Narayana. What does he say? This is Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto 3rd chapter 32nd verse. 8.3.32. So he says, स्वन्तः सरशियु उरुबलेन घृतो अर्थो दृष्ट्वा गरुत्मति हरिं खा उपत्तो चक्रम् उत्क्षिप्य सम्भुजकरं गिरमाह कृच्छं नारायण अखिल guru bhagavan namaste. He calls for the name of Lord Narayana. And as soon as he says this verse, Lord Narayana, he comes down, saves him, and Gajendra gets free from his life of an elephant. So now this is such a beautiful pastime wherein Lord is reaffirming that he comes and he saves his devotees. Similarly, there was one time fire in Vrindavan. Entire Vrindavan was burning. There is a chapter in 10th canto on this. So Vrindavan was burning, and at that point of time, Lord tells his fellow friends that you all close your eyes. And as soon as they close their eyes, he engulfs all the fire in his mouth. So now, when you see that something is burnt, what happens after it is burnt? Everything is into ashes. But here things did not happen that way. When Krishna took that fire back into his mouth, he engulfed all the fire. Vrindavan was again like it was before. It was again full of vegetation, full of trees, full of green trees, grasses. Nothing was burned, as if nothing happened. And when I came here, I was searching for that verse. It is, what happens is, all these boys and girls, cowherd boys and girls, they started calling Krishna, and they say this verse. I forgot the second part of it. The first part is Krishna Krishna Mahabaho He Rama Amog Vikrama. And then they say that, this is under fire, Dayyamana. I forgot the verse. Maybe I'll find it and I'll send it in the group. So they say this beautiful verse, and Krishna saves them. So it is not just still here, but Krishna has been saving his devotees in multiple other ways. We can see it from the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for South India Yatra, so during that time, while he was going to South India Yatra, everyone suggested that, it's not easy that you go alone. Someone needs to take care of you, because, you keep, whenever you are in ecstasy, you just throw things here and there. Someone needs to take care of all of that. So then Mahaprabhu agreed. And since Mahaprabhu agreed, what happened? They said that, okay, there is a very nice Brahmana. His name is Kala Krishna Das. So let us take Kala Krishna Das along with you. Let you take him along with you, and he will take care of you. So first of all, Mahaprabhu was not very happy that, okay, Kala Krishna Das is coming. But later Mahaprabhu said, okay, fine, if he is coming, let him come. So then Kal Krishna Prabhu came. And what happened, we'll see. So this is, I think, verse number CC Madhya 9.2.28. CC Madhya 9.228. So we'll read a few verses. Can you read? मिला क्या? रथे उठी आइला विप्र. Okay. Okay. So we'll read from 26 actually. 226, yes. So I'm reading. গোসাইর সঙ্গে রহে কৃষ্ণ দাস ব্রাহ্মণ ভট্টহারি সহ তাহা হইল দর্শন. গোসাই, who is গোসাই? গোসাই is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. গোসাইর সঙ্গে রহে কৃষ্ণ দাস ব্রাহ্মণ ভট্টহারি সহ তাহা হইল দর্শন. So while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going, and with him there is who? Krishna Das Brahmana. And while Krishnadas is going, these Bhattaharis, they encountered Bhattaharis around. ये साथ में उनको दिख गया. And when they see Bhattaharis, then what happened? That is in the next verse. What happened is, স্ত্রীধন দেখাইয়া তারা লোভ জন্মাইল আর্য সরল বিপ্রের বুদ্ধি নাশ কইল. So what they did, they have shown their beautiful women. And by showing their beautiful women, they tried to spoil the consciousness of Krishnadas. Krishnadas was traveling with Lord himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Still, his consciousness was stolen. By whom? By the Bhattaris. And then, what happened next? We'll skip a few. So this is 30th. 30. Now, no, 29th. আসিয়া আসিয়া কহেন সব ভট্টহরি গণে আমারও ব্রাহ্মণ তুমি রাখো কি কারণে. He says, he went to Bhattahari, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and says, where is my brahmana? Why have you kept my brahmana with you? Then he says, আমি সন্ন্যাসী দেখো তুমি হো সন্ন্যাসী মোর দুঃখ দেহ তোমার ন্যায় নাহি বাসি. I am in the renounced order of life, and so are you. Yet you are profusely giving me pain, and I do not see any good logic in this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, শুনি সব বটহারি উঠে অস্ত্র লইয়া মারি বারে আইল সব চারিদিকে ধইয়া. And they all come with different weapons to hurt Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not going back. He's standing there to take his devotee back. তারো অস্ত্র তারো অঙ্গে পড়ে হতা হইতে খণ্ড খণ্ড হইল ভট্টহারি পালায় ছাড়ি ভিতে. তারো অস্ত্র তারো অঙ্গ পড়ে হত হইতে. However, their weapons fell from their hands and struck their own bodies. So when they tried to kill Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those weapons, instead of going towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those weapons fell towards them. And they got hurt because of that. And it did not happen with just one person, but it happened with everyone. Some of the Bhattadharis were thus cut into pieces, and others ran away in all the four directions. ভট্টহারি ঘরে মহা উঠিল ক্রন্দন কেশেধারী বিপ্র লইয়া করিল গমন. While there were so much roaring and crying at the Bhattadhari community, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu grabbed Krishnadas by his hair and took him away. Now this is what we need to understand. Why, devotees are asked that you keep Shikha. Why you keep Shikha? You keep Shikha because your Guru holds your Shikha and pulls you back whenever you are away from Krishna. and just see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fearless of being hurt, of being attacked by the Bhattaharis. He goes, picks his devotees, hold his hair, and brings him back. That is how Krishna is protecting his devotees. And now we will see another level of it. What is the another level? Let's see. Another level of love. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not say a single word to Krishna Das till Krishna Das is back to Puri. And when he comes into Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejects him and says that enough is enough. Be your you do what you want. You don't come in association with me. And that is the moment Guru comes into picture. Nityanand Prabhu says what? Just see this. So this is again from Madhya 10.69. So have we reached there? CC Madhya 10.69. Yeah. So he says, Advaita Shrivashadi Joto Bhaktogan Shabai Ashibe Shuni Prabhuro Agaman. So all these devotees over there, they came hearing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. এই কৃষ্ণ দাস দিবে গৌড়ে পাঠাইয়া এত কহি তারে রাখাইলা অবশ্যিয়া. Then Nityanand Prabhu says, Dekho, there is no one to, inform in Mayapur, inform in Bengal how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing, what is he doing. Let us engage him in some service. Let us engage, let us send some messenger, who can travel with these informations. And then he says, Arodino Prabhu sthane koilo nivedon agya diya gaud deshe pathaye ekjon. Let us send someone to Gaud Let us send someone to Bengal. Tomaro dokshino gamani shuniya sachi mata advaitadi bhakto shabo ache dukho paiya. এত জন যাই কহুক শুভ সমাচার প্রভু কয় সেই করো যে ইচ্ছা বিচার যে ইচ্ছা তোমার. And then when he's saying what is the need, why you want that all this information of whether I'm going here, what I'm doing to be sent to the Bengal devotees. Then Nityanand Prabhu convinces him and says, No, no, they are all looking forward to you. They want to know about you. Just like, we have every guru has now got his page or his channel wherein photos are posted where the guru is going right now. Why? Because this gives inspiration to the disciples. Similarly, the same inspiration was required by other disciples, other devotees also. And since they required these, we in our life also we require such inspiration. So we see those videos and get inspired from different sannyasis whom we are disciple of. Similarly, when we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he started this inspirational movement during his time. Nityanand Prabhu said that no, all these devotees, they look after, they want to know about you, they look for you. So you go, we will arrange for someone who is going to take the information and let them know about. And that is how it happened. Devotees were sent, Krishna Das was engaged in the service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he used to go and inform the whereabouts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sachimata. And not just that, then he used to come back from Bengal and he used to inform what is happening in Bengal to the devotees here, to Nityanand Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that how is Sachimata doing, how are the other devotees doing. So this is how Krishna not just saved him from Bhattaharis, Nityanand Prabhu engaged him in the service of Lord. So it is just the life of any living entity. Krishna Vimukh hoya. So we become Vimukh to Krishna and we come here, land in this material world. Correct? We land in this material world and we see what? We see that, we are living our lives the way we want. But that is when, devotees come, they save us, take us to Guru, and then Guru engages us in the service of the Lord. Can you see some relation with Krishnadas's story? Karl Krishnadas's story, correct? So this is one pastime which I wanted to share, which is portraying that how Krishna protects his devotees. And now, how do you think that these devotees are protected? When you came into Krishna consciousness, how did you come in Krishna consciousness? So devotees went and they tried to preach you, and that is how you came into Krishna consciousness. All of us. We did not come by ourselves. Very pure souls are there who come in search and they find Krishna consciousness. But for most of the cases, what happens is devotees go and preach Krishna consciousness, and that is when devotees become Krishna conscious. Correct? So now, you know, Prabhupada has made this arrangement in such a beautiful way. He writes in his Vrindavan Bhajan. So, one of the Vrindavan Bhajan he is writing, বৃন্দাবন ধামে আমি বসিয়াছি একা, এই ভাবনা মধ্যে মধ্যে দেয় মোরে দেখা. So who is saying this? Srila Prabhupada. He is saying, in Vrindavan Dham, I am sitting alone now. There is no one. And there is a thought which is coming in my mind. What is that thought which is coming in my mind? And then he says, Ache mora stri putro konna nati shab kintu artho nai boli bipal vaibhav. I have got my wife. Ache mor stri putro. I've got my wife, my son, my daughter, my grandsons and granddaughters also. But just see, today since I have no money, there is no one with me. Bifal of Vaibhav. Vifal ho gaya. Whatever I have earned is Vifal. Why? Because today I don't have any money. Ortho nahi. Ortho means money. Then in third line he sings, প্রকৃতিরও নগ্ন রূপ দেখাইলে শ্রীকৃষ্ণ তব কৃপা বলে আজ হইছি বিস্তীর্ণ. And Prabhupada says this material nature and Prakritir Nagna Roop. Nagna Roop means what? The naked form of this society has been shown by you, Krishna. Who is saying this? Srila Prabhupada. Tabu kripa bole aaj hoichi bristinno. And just because you have shown me this true nature of this material world, that is the reason I am disgusted from the material world now. I am not attached with material world anymore. And then he speaks from a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, that is 10th canto, 88th chapter, 8th verse. And in that, Shri Krishna Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, he says, Yassaham anugrahami harisheta dhanam sanay tato dhanam tyajanti yasya swajana dukkha dukkhitam. I'll just read the translation. The personality of Godhead said, I specially favor someone, I gradually deprive him from his wealth. Then the relatives and the friends of such a poverty-stricken man abandon him, and in this way he suffers one distress after another. So Krishna is saying that I am giving distress to my devotees. And why is this distress? What for this distress is? So that these devotees become Krishna conscious. These devotees become more firm, and their affection towards Krishna becomes more resolute. That there is no one apart from Krishna who can save me. This is what happened with Srila Prabhupada. This is what happened with Gajendra. And what do we see now as an outcome? Krishna came. Krishna came to save Gajendra. And Krishna gave him. Prabhupada used to say, when Krishna took from me whatever I had, there was a situation I had nothing. And then when he said that when he has formed ISKCON, Krishna has given him so much that he cannot accept it. He has given him so much. He is falling, he is unable to accept the resources which Krishna has given him. So we have a saying in Bengali, Rakhe hori mare hori rakhe ke. If Krishna wants to protect you, who else can save you? If Krishna wants to kill you, who can save you? And if Krishna wants to protect you, there is no one in this entire creation who can kill you. So now we understand that, if we connect this, one of the ways we were discussing about devotees going to other devotees, making their devotees. So that is a way of protection that Krishna is sending out to his devotees. For example, now for you and me, Krishna is not going to come and save us. Who is going to save us? The Guru and his devotees. We saw that in the case of Krishnadas. Similarly, now, how do we save devotees? Now, since we have become devotees, how do we save ourselves? By following the four regulative principles, by chanting the holy names of the Lord, and by reading Srila Prabhupada books. And how do we save others? By distributing them Srila Prabhupada books. That is what we have to understand as a purpose. So I'm coming with a few pastimes which I have collected from multiple places. See, when you talk about what is the maximum that we can do for your guru, the best thing is to beg for the guru. That is what a devotee would do. Correct? A disciple in Guru's ashram was asked to go and collect whatever is given by the worldly people or the people around. And this continued till when Sanatan Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, all they went for Madhukari in Vrindavan. Correct? But now in this modern sense of life, it is very difficult that you go and beg for some money, that you give us some money, we need to build a temple, you give us some money, we need to do this. It doesn't suit good. So Prabhupada coined a way of doing it. Prabhupada said, let us distribute our books. Because this is just one level above begging. When you go and distribute books, it's not that you are simply going and asking and selling books. No, you are actually begging them. Please take these books. And as soon as you take these books, your life can get transformed. We'll read through few pastimes and we will see how people's life got transformed here. But then, since this is one step above begging, and begging is the dharma of a disciple for his guru, everyone should do book distribution. Because in this way, the devotee is serving his guru, and serving guru means pleasing Krishna. And who is that guru? Guru is that person who engages you in the service of Lord and lets you continue. So, you know how the book distribution started? So, book distribution started one time, devotees were around, and then they went to put gas in their vehicle, and they did not had some money. So, how do they, convince them to, exchange instead of money, take something? So, while they were filling the oil in the car, in the gas station, they realized that they do not have money. Then the gas owner said, the petrol pump owner said that you don't have money? but you have got the gas filled in your car. What do you have? I need to give something. So they said that we have books, you keep it. And they kept the books with them. That is, and they came back and then they told Prabhupada that Prabhupada, we got our cars filled with fuel and we did not had money, so we gave the books. And Prabhupada said, "Oh wow, this is a good way." And that is where Prabhupada started the book distribution. And in how it formally started as a December book distribution is, so Gaurang Prabhu says that it is called as Christmas book distribution or December book distribution because in Western countries during Christmas time everyone is out. They have time. So there are fairs around and everything is very nice. During that time, they started distributing books. And from that time, it has become a December marathon wherein we go and distribute books in multiple ways. So we see a lot of things happening. There was a person, he used to rip apart books, martial art. You know how martial art happens? So basically, you keep two slabs, and in between that slab you keep a book. So uh, one person used to break those books, and one day he found that someone kept Bhagavad Gita between two slabs, and he tried to break it, but he was not able to break it. He tried multiple times, and it was a shock that he is a martial art teacher. He could rip apart any book which comes into in front of him. But this was the book which he was not able to break, and he thought to read that book. So he read that book later, and now he is head pujari of Riga temple in Latvia. So this is how people's heart get transformed. So one time there was a devotee and he said that they were arranging for some marathons. So they said that every worker in a factory should get books, just like we are doing VEC, going and distributing books in schools. Similarly, they decided to go and distribute books in factories. So he went and they distributed books, and they said that the money is going to be deducted from the salaries of all these people. Now, account department is like this. When you go there, ask them for money, then it doesn't, they tell you, okay, you come back tomorrow, because if money has got interest, right? If you keep the money in your account, you get more interest. So similarly, this person, he went and he asked that, why don't you give us some money, those money which we are supposed to get as we have sold those books here. So the lady says, no, no, we cannot give it because, there are some permissions which are to be taken and all of that. And then later that lady is a bit reluctant to give this devotee some money. So it was Prabhupada's disappearance, and this devotee, I don't know, some tithi it was, maybe Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance. So he goes with a photo of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and sits there. And then he asks that, those person asks, what are you doing? He starts saying that, this is my grandfather and I am praying intensely to my grandfather because you have taken all my money, which I am supposed to send to the temple. And this lady could not understand what is happening, and she immediately signs a check and gives him back. So this is how people, try to get things done. Uh, it's also about adventure. Gaurang Prabhu was saying that he used to travel. I also used to travel. We used to travel from BT, that is CST, to Vasai, and then we used to come back from, sorry, CST to Kalyan, and then we used to come back from Kalyan to CST. So while we are traveling in the train, what we used to do is we used to get into one coach, distribute book in one coach, get into another coach, distribute book in another coach, and in this way we used to go. And we used to go in fast trains because going into fast train means you get more time to distribute books because you get to sit with more people. So there, it was Bandra station coming in, and Gaurang Prabhu was, uh, standing with his books. So one person stood here, and the other person stood here. His hand was not able to move. So one person came. He asked that, "Do you have Bhagavad Gita?" So Gaurang Prabhu, it is a very famous pastime Gaurang Prabhu keeps sharing. He said, "Yes, yes, I have Bhagavad Gita." So he said, "Where is it?" So since his both hands were blocked, Gaurang Prabhu's, so he said, it is here. So by his eyes, he has shown the way, or it is somewhere here. And then this person takes Bhagavad Gita, and then he asks, can I take two? Then he says, yes, you can take two. So he take two Bhagavad Gita. After taking two Bhagavad Gita, he says, money, how much? So he says, this much money, Gaurang Prabhu. Then he takes money from his pocket and puts the change in his pocket. So Gaurang Prabhu says, that is the day I realized that I am just a instrument, nothing else. Because the person came, he took Bhagavad Gita and he went, and I had to not do anything. So again, it gives you humility. We discussed some kind of adventure. We discussed about that also. Realizations. We get a lot of realizations. So he was mentioning Gaurang Prabhu again. One of the pastimes he was saying that so he used to preach in front of a station called as Dadar station. So there used to be a bar, and the name of that bar was Rose Bar. So he was distributing books in front of that bar. So one drunkard came and he started saying that, Maharaj, you are doing all this nonsense. You're taking money for Bhagavad Gita. This is so wrong. And so Prabhuji started convincing him, but he did not understand. Then another drunkard came, and another drunkard said, you are not Hindu only. That is why you are saying all this to the other drunkard. So the first drunkard was said by the second drunkard that you are not Hindu and that is why you are opposing Hinduism. So he says, no, I am Hindu, I am Pakka Hindu. Then he says, if you are Pakka Hindu, then you buy a book. You buy Bhagavad Gita. And he says, okay. Then he got convinced by the drunkard and he buys Bhagavad Gita. And then the person who has bought the Bhagavad Gita, he says, it seems you are not Hindu. And then he says, why? Because you are not buying Bhagavad Gita. And so this person also buys Bhagavad Gita. Both, so Prabhupada and Gaurang Prabhu said, this is the time when I realized that I have to do nothing, simply stand. Both the drunkard discuss between each other and they bought Bhagavad Gita for one another. So, so there was this thief. So this thief, he went to one house and he saw that, there is not much in the house. Accidentally, whatever he was supposed to take, he took, and he took Bhagavad Gita also. So when he went back to his home with Bhagavad Gita and the other stuffs, so his wife said, why did you bring this book? This is extra thing. You could have taken something else lighter. So he said, we'll sell this book. What is the problem? We'll get some money out of it. He said, okay. One fine day, he saw his child reading that book. So he saw some transformation happening in his child. Now, his wife said, then he started reading Bhagavad Gita and things started changing in him also. Who? This thief. Then his wife, he stopped going for, for stealing. And then when he stopped going for stealing, his wife is saying that, how is your household is going to run? You have stopped stealing now. So he said, no, you read this book. So she also read this book. And three of them stopped stealing, wife and husband. Then they became devotees. And after they become devotees, now when they go in front of their house, they when they go in front of different houses, just by seeing the house, they're able to understand that whether they will be able to sell a set of Bhagavatam here or sell of Chaitanya Charitamrita there, or big book, small book, Maha big book, whatever. What does this mean? This means that using one's old known skills for the purpose of pleasing Srila Prabhupada. I would like to close with one small pastime, and this is of Prabodhanand Saraswati. So His Holiness Prabodhanand Saraswati Maharaj was one time traveling in Himachal Pradesh. So this Radhesham Prabhu says this very often. So he says that while Prabodhanand Saraswati Maharaj was traveling to Himachal Pradesh with a lot of devotees, bus party. So at one point of time, the bus went so much close to a cliff that it went half outside, half inside. And so they were going for book distribution, okay? everyone got down. Even the driver got down and said, if someone can get the bus back on road, I'll serve for him all my life. Everyone said Prabodhanand Saraswati Maharaj that Maharaj, you get down. Maharaj, you get down, because this bus is going to fall. That time he was brahmachari. He said, this is the property of Srila Prabhupada, this bus. I can't let go this bus um, in the cliff or whatever it is, because there is a river down below, and this is something around 15,000-16,000 feet, whatever, I don't know. So he did not get down from the bus. He remained in the bus, kept chanting. So one day passed, and all these devotees, they went and they said, someone convinced Maharaj that let him come out because the bus can fall anytime. Now you see, a devotee is inside the bus. He's chanting the holy names of the Lord. Can Krishna let him go? So people from Himachal Pradesh, they came and they said that, why you're not getting this bus out? They said that we are trying, but the bus is not coming out only. And they said there is no bus as such, there is no vehicle as such which Himachal Pradesh people cannot get out from the cliff. So what they do? They brought some tractors and some ropes, did things here and there, and they actually got the bus back on road. And now, when they got the bus back on road, the first thing Maharaj did was not, went and took bath and thanked Srila Prabhupada and did all of that. What did he do? Of course, he was chanting Srila Prabhupada's names, he was chanting the holy name. He got down and he asked that driver that, hey, you said that कोई बस को निकाल पाया ना तो उसको मैं पूरा जीवन में फ्री में सेवा करूंगा. अभी तुमको फ्री में सेवा करना पड़ेगा पूरा जीवन इस्कॉन का. So this is how beautiful the devotees. So the one who goes for the service of the Lord takes care of him. Just like Krishna knew Parikshit Maharaj is going to do a very big service for the mission, for him, for his devotees. That is why Krishna personally went inside the womb and saved Uttara and saved Parikshit Maharaj from the Brahmastra. Similarly, what do we see? We saw that Gajendra was also saved by Krishna, protected him. We saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved Kal Krishna Das from Bhattaharis. We saw how Krishna saved Srila Prabhupada by taking all the wealth he had. And then when he became devotee, he was already a devotee. When he started the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in full force, he went to US, Krishna started giving him with 100 hands. And then we saw that how a devotee, when he starts book distribution, how he is serving his guru, when he is doing book distribution, how he is serving the mission. We have seen this. So with this, I would like to conclude our Srimad Bhagavatam class for today. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions? Online में किसी का है कुछ? You know how to do it?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I can
Hare
hear
Krishna. Okay, so I was just trying to find out. Khub bhalo, right? Is that the way you say? Very wonderful. Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Aneka dhanyavadaha. I don't know. I'll just thanks to Google Translate. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Very wonderful class and with a wonderful Bengali accent, and you transported us to Navadvip Dham and wonderful pastimes of Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I just wanted to add one point, Prabhu. You said that's the reason Prabhus keep Shikha. What about Mataji's? We have this long jada. Maybe with that, Guru will take us back home, back to Godhead. So I
So
don't know.
Haldar Maharaj, I'll just add this. Haldar Maharaj was once asked that generally you say that Prabhus have shikha, so you can catch hold of that shikha and save them. What about Mataji's? So when this question was asked to Haldar Maharaj in US or somewhere, so Haldar Maharaj said, okay, here it is a bit difficult, but you come to India, you see Matajis have even longer, even longer shikha, and Guru can hold that also and can save. So for Guru, the soul is not Mataji or not a Prabhuji. For Guru, the soul is soul.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you
Like
so
that.
much. Dandat pranam. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? No?
Aparaka aneka dhanyabad. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Dandat.
Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.